Again, the dual clutch. Let's just hear it. Whoa, man. Yeah, it seems that. Oof. Hello, Supercars in Seconds here. Well, when you're considering a new Bentley, which I think you should, there are two options for the powertrain. You have the V8 engine behind me, this convertible behind me, the magenta color is the V8. And then the other side, the 12-cylinder, is the blue crystal. So you got V8 or W12. There are two main choices. Not much difference in power, really, I guess. 542 horsepower to 626. But it's the delivery of the power that we'll discuss today and see if you would prefer the V8 or the W12. So as far as appearance, all the body panels are the same. The way you tell the difference, if you look down on this little intake just here, look, it says 12, as in the engine, 12 cylinders, 6 liters. And on the back is the real way that you tell the difference. So when the light is on, you got that oval shape that is matched in the exhaust pipe. When I go across to the 8-cylinder, they sometimes have a V8 badge just here, but this one doesn't. But on the back, you see the exhaust. You have the oval up there, but down here you have a figure of 8 painted by the exhausts. That's the best way to tell. So dimensions both the same. You're 191 inches long on both cars, 76.5 inches wide on both cars, of course. Height-wise, about the same, just about 55 inches high. The V8 is lighter on its feet. The V12 is smoother with that great big engine. So let's take a look at both of them and see, again, which one you might prefer. So here at the back, obviously the view is similar. You have the more filled in back area there, whereas the dead flat trunk here. So let's open them up and see the differences. So I'm going to push on the big B here. That is a button. Push on that and up the trunk goes. You can see our little wind deflector here. But a good size. And that, see, roof up, but when the roof's down, it goes into this area here. So the trunk doesn't really change. It's a good size. Golf clubs will fit full width across here. But let's have a look now at the W12 next to it. Let's push the same thing. Push on the big B. And up he goes. Oh, actually quite a lot bigger, look. The big difference, of course, would be the height because of that sloped rear roof. Yeah, this is, I would say, double the size inside. So if you need more practicality, get the coupe. So the beautiful modern Bentley keys are just beautiful, quite heavy actually, but beautiful chrome everywhere and very glossy. I love this big Bentley circle here, it's very nice. It's a bit like the badge on the back of the trunk. So just walking up to that, I can pull on the back of the badge, it does open out. And look at that door panel, it's just beautiful. This quilting is crazy how beautiful it is. This particular one has been optioned with carbon fiber. Again, to match that just lovely exterior color. It is one of one in the country, so it's rather fun. Bentley illuminated there. The crisscross stitching is lovely again. Look at this, up around the headrests. What a lovely car. But let's climb inside. So now inside, I'll close the door up and it will actually present me my seat belt. You wouldn't want to have to reach for that, of course, so I'll put that on in a moment. Down in the center console, very glossy again and very beautiful. I'll push this engine start-stop button and she comes to life and you hear that V8 straight away. Got a lovely rasp to it, it really does. Just a great sound. My modes are here. I'll see if I can see that. Now you can see it. So I got sport, it's in Bentley, the little orange light shows the one you're in. Comfort softens everything up, and custom allows me to mess around with the car up on the screen. So I've pushed car here. It's all touchscreen, of course. And now you can see here, this is the drive dynamics. This signifies connecting with this thing down here. So if I turn it to sport, I'll turn it to the left and it slides across. You hear the exhaust open up even more, and then I can mess with the car. If I turn it all the way to the right across to custom, it custom illuminates. Now I got a word that says edit. So I'll touch edit and see, then I can touch each one and select the way I want the car to be set up. Really kind of fun. And the lights are on now, so ambient lighting's illuminating absolutely everywhere in the car. It's really cool. all down here. You can see down my feet all glowing up my shoes. And in the back also, it's down even in the center. Look, it goes almost all the way around the car. Many, many colors to choose from in the screen here. Okay, so I'm going to turn traction control off here. That's really changes the personality of this car. And let's pull out onto the road here and just boot it. Oof. Wow. Oh, God. Man, boy, it's powerful. Just not expecting a big lump like this to move like that. It's just incredible. Bentleys just surprise you every time you drive one. 5,300 pounds again, but this new dual clutch transmission that both cars have, again, we'll try it in the W12 now shortly, but man, it just goes. I think it would really surprise you. You may have 3.4 to 60 miles an hour here with 5,300 pounds. I mean, gosh. All right, well, let's take a round the back and we'll find old Batman's corner. So the fun of these cars is super smooth behavior, of course, that has an animal side to it. So let's just go. Ooh. Man, jeez, fast. All right, into Batman's corner. Very flat. Gosh, really, really good. Again, for a big, heavy car. This air suspension is very impressive. Oh, she comes out quick. Man. All right, so we got the big 16-inch iron rotor up the front. Let's just hit it. Ooh, man. Boy, it stops very, very well for a big car. It doesn't stop like a sports car, of course, because you do have that extra mass to try and slow down. What I like about this V8, especially in sport mode, this big exhaust is opened up and it's just lovely. Just a great sound from this. It's like a growl to it, almost like a muscle car sort of sound. And I'll boot it down. Oh, you hear it there, just opens up that sound, and really, really lovely to drive. Very, very impressive car. So as usual, zipping down at very high speed. I'm going to scrub some speed off here, letting it automatic. Oh, yeah, this dual clutch has changed these cars' personalities for sure. Very, very good through there. More agile than you would think. Steering is kind of soft, but brake feels really good. It's lovely. Again, big iron rotor, so you get a lot of feel through that. Hustling it through these corners. It feels light on its feet, so I'm curious to see now when we bring out the W12 to see what the differences are. So I'm not going to get into it too much, but I like these chrome lower meshes and everything on the 12-cylinder one here. That's an option on both cars, but I kind of like the chrome look to it. This is the coupe now, so again, we get that higher rear haunch on the back is lovely, but it's accentuated more with the extra body panel up here. This lovely, sleek, pillarless coupe look is very nice. And for 2021, for the first time, they never offered a top, a sunroof, because it's structural, but they now offer this enormous big glass panel, which inside the car can be opened up. Look at that Alcantara, that beautiful. It can be opened up, but it doesn't move. It's just to let some light into the car. Climbing in, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Again, this is just a different color sort of coordination. One lovely Bentley detail is the secondary blue here is also leather on the edge of the mats. So their attention to detail is really first class and just second to none. Leather completely to the floor. Rear seat room is cramped, but again, you can push this passenger seat forward a little bit and then someone can sit back there comfortably. In the coupe, the angle that you can see here is more vertical in the convertible. So there is more room for the rear seat passengers in the coupe, for obvious reasons that the convertible top has to go down behind the seats. I don't know what, tell me in the comments down below, do you prefer the look of the coupe or the convertible? Do you want that top-down look, or do you like this more sleek look of the coupe? So driver's eye view now in the 12-cylinder, and this, I've got the navigation in the center here. Look at that, that's obviously our building where I work every day. And again, I'll rev the engine so you can hear that a bit. Not the same rasp, but definitely does feel smoother to me as the revs raise up. Let's take her out. So pulling away in W12, still a nice sound. It is. It's noisier than the 12 used to be. They've done something with these exhausts for sure for the new 2021 car. Responsive, but the steering's considerably heavier. I kind of like that, but the steering's considerably heavier in this car than it was in the 8. I'm sure they've engineered it that way. But you do have extra weight over that front axle, of course. Going from a 4-litre 8-cylinder to a 6-litre 12-cylinder is a lot more weight. Let's go into Batman's corner again and start stoking this thing up. All right, so I got it here. I'm going to turn this little dial here into sport. We'll turn traction control off, because why not? All right. Let's take this big monster out. So, again, the dual clutch. Let's just hit it. Whoa, man. Yeah, it seems that. Oof. The gears seem to go longer in this car. There's probably shorter gear in that V8 just to get it going. But all right, let's wake her up. Man, yeah, this reacts very, very well for a big car. All right, so I got 16.5 front rotor here. Let's have a look. 16.5 inches. Oof. Whoa. Man, this seems to stop better than the convertible did. I guess it is 300 pounds lighter here, 5,026 pounds here with the W12. This is very interesting. The personality of the 12-cylinder is very Bentley, meaning heavy controls, heavy weight underfoot. When I'm moving the wheel here, I can feel the weight of the vehicle, and that's something that you can't replicate with a light car. You just can't. Yes, the light cars will be more nimble than this, but this, you're not always throwing them around. You know, you're often just driving along as a normal human being, and that's when these things really shine. Is the day-to-day use of feeling that weight as you blast down the road. So moving down here, we're gonna scrub some speed. Yeah, this 12 is faster. It's noticeably quicker. Man. Oof. Yeah, it seems to handle about the same, believe it or not. Even though other cars are a bit heavier, the engine's lighter over the front axle, so you'd think this would be more wallowy, but lighter on the tail, but it's not. Because I've got that extra, transmission effectively back there with the four-wheel drive system, they both handle about the same. They glide along with not much body roll, but more responsive than you'd think, especially for big cars. And it is a big car. It's nearly 200 inches long. It's a big heavy lump, but hides its weight and hides its size better than you'd think. Gosh, that was fun. These two cars are insane. Different personalities, though. I'll point you at the cars again. So the 8-cylinder, I think, is more sporty. It seems to react faster, and you can weave it left and right faster than you can the 12-cylinder. Frankly, I prefer the 12-cylinder, though. Let me climb inside and I'll get rid of some of this wind noise. So two unbelievable cars. To drive them back to back is very interesting. They're more different than you would think. They're definitely a similar personality, probably because it's the same transmission and again all-wheel drive. But this one is faster. You can feel the extra torque that this one has. But the V8, again, you can throw it into a corner. See, it seems like harder. Probably less weight over the front axle is why. Choice, I like the 12. I think this is not a supercar type, let's go to the racetrack type car. This is a point A to point B in ultimate style. The 12-cylinder just answers that design brief better, I think. It's a feeling that you just can't describe, the power of that 660 pounds of torque pushing on your body. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. I'd love to have you be a part of this. Please join us. Ask me for something that you might want to see in the future. In new car, I have Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Aston Martin, McLaren, Jaguar, Range Rover. Just let me know what you'd like to see. Audi I can get. The Dimmitt Automotive Group has many brands that we can pull from to have a bit of fun. Thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you again soon. I'm going to take this big car out again. I'll see you.